Hello everybody, this is Big Jim Slade from GotADeal.com and from the Black Friday Television Network. It's the week of November 3rd, 2008, and we're going to get started with our Black Friday news. Last week when I started talking to you guys, we had the Sears ad that broke. And ever since then, the biggest item in that Sears ad, well, first off, that Sears ad was around 50 pages in a PDF file. One of the biggest Black Friday ads I've ever seen, and I've been doing Black Friday for the last 5 to 6 years. One of the biggest items that was kind of a shocker to me was not a TV, not a video game system, and not, DVD player. It was a washer and dryer set. It was a Kenmore front-loading washer and dryer set that was on for $5.99 for both of them. Usually if you go to, Sears or any other home improvement store, you can get those from anywhere from $2,000 to $2,500. For both of them. So this is a great deal. This has been a lot of discussion both on GotADeal.com and out in the news media as well. CNN, Time News, Chicago Tribune, and even ABC News has picked up on this, and I think this is going to be very big this year. Another interesting thing that I did notice in that Sears ad is there was practical items in that ad. Practical items like clothing and appliances and tools, and even bras and panties were on sale. So that kind of tells me that Sears is going to do this the right way. They're thinking about, the economy. They're thinking about the consumers. They're giving them practical items that we need to basically, live our daily lives. And I really do applaud Sears for that. Also, too, about 24 hours after this ad was leaked, Sears Holdings, which owns Sears, the Sears Roebuck Corporation, did issue out a press release saying that there's going to be some secret and additional Black Friday sales that will only be available, get this, they'll only be available if you go into the Sears store, physical Sears store on Black Friday. That's the only way you'll know about it. So they're not going to air it on TV on Thanksgiving Day. They're not going to have an insert in the newspaper or anything like that. So you have to literally go to the store and see what they're talking about. Anywho, besides that, we had the Walgreens ad that was recently leaked. We had the Bath & Body Works, and of course the APHIS ad, which is only available to people in the U.S. military. It's the Post Exchange ad, and you can only get there if you're in the military or have a military ID and can get on base. Another big news that has happened this week that I'd like to take some time out and talk about, since this is a big top conversation, is Circuit City. Circuit City just announced this morning they are closing up to 155 stores, and in some cities they are pulling out of that market completely. The stores will not open on November 4th, but they will open the next day, which is Wednesday, and then those stores that will close will start liquidating. So the stores that are closing will not open on Tuesday, but they'll open on Wednesday and start liquidating. If you want to know what is closing in your area, just go to Circuit City's website and do a store search. And if your store does not appear on their store locator, then that means it's closing. Also, too, you can go to GotADeal.com, and we have complete details, including news articles, analyst findings, and also to the investor relations release and the complete store listings from all over the country. Now, since this has happened, there's been some discussion on GotADeal.com and just in the general public about what they're going to do on Black Friday. Well, number one is that there's been some rumors that they're not going to honor their Black Friday ad. We have not heard this officially from Circuit City, but it has been one of those rumors. Also, too, there's been some news reports that some of the big manufacturers like Sony and Panasonic and even Apple have stopped shipments to Circuit City, product shipments to Circuit City. Their stock did close on Friday at 26 cents a share, and they did get a warning from the stock market. So anyhow, let me talk to you about something that's been a topic of conversation, is what's going to happen. I don't think anything big is going to happen this year. They might not honor their ad. They might not have, good sales. But I don't think this year we really need to worry about it. I think it's next year we need to worry about. Reason being is Circuit City is the number 2 retailer, right behind Best Buy. And after that, you have CompUSA, who last year reorganized. You have Fry's, which is a computer electronics store in some regional areas, not all over the country. So I think that next year we really need to worry and really need to keep a close eye, because let me throw this out to you. You know, if Circuit City is not some markets, the only game in town is really Best Buy. What is Best Buy's incentive to really, you know, put on some good sales? You know, just think about it. What is their incentive? You're going to go in there anyway to buy electronics, but what is their incentive? So I don't think anything's going to change this year for Black Friday. I think as a consumer we're really okay, but I really think we need to really watch it next year to see what really happens. And you know, I feel sorry for everybody that has lost their job because of this, and I feel sorry for the communities that have to go through this. And I just hope that through this reorganization process that Circuit City is going to go in, I hope they do come out, because, you know, all in all, they're, you know, a good store. We need competition here. So, you know, I don't want to get all political with you guys because it's not a political show, but, you know, those are some things that we need to think about. So, as I said, nothing really much is going to happen this year. I don't think you're going to see Best Buy or Walmart try to steal their customers. They got enough customers to worry about. But I think next year is what we really need to see, and to kind of see where we are on that. So anyhow, that's really I have all for today. It's been a really slow week after the Sears ad broke. As I said, we had these mini ads like Walgreens and Bath & Body Works, and the Post Exchange APHIS ad did leak. You know, and I want to also send out a reminder that, you know, 16 to 17 days before Black Friday is when we see the major ads. The major ads is Target and Best Buy and Walmart. So we're still early in the game. I know everybody's getting antsy, so we're still early in the game. And just, I encourage everybody to go to gottodeal.com and click on the form, register to be a member. We're a great community out there, and we have a lot of discussions going on, like when, you know, what should I bring when I camp out, and also to, you know, what time should I get in line. Right now, looking at the polls, right now, and looks like everybody's going to get in line between 12 midnight and 6 a.m. on Thanksgiving Day. So that could change, and I'll give you more of my Black Friday strategies next week in our next webcast here. And if there's anything you want to learn about on our webcast or ask me any questions, please webcast here. And if there's anything you want to learn about on our webcast or ask me any questions, please email me at the email address below. Anywho, I wish everybody have a great week, and this is Big Jim Slade signing off, and please visit us at gottodeal.com.